Good morning, Facebook family and friends, my faithful, loyal YouTube subscribers. Today it is Thursday, and it is the 13th of September. The year is 2018. How do you have success in Atlanta? All right, because a lot of times I think a lot of people, well, not just keeping it real, I have said I tend to dwell on a lot of the negatives here in Atlanta because I don't really think Atlanta is the city. It's not the progressive city that a lot of people think it is. There are some great things going on in Atlanta, but if you come here the wrong way with the wrong thoughts and the wrong ideas, you're not going to have success here in Atlanta. If you're coming here to Atlanta to party, sit up in these clubs all night, meet a bunch of niggas, male or female, whatever your persuasion is, hang out in the club and party. It's about to rain. If that's what you are coming here for, if that's on your agenda, you ain't going to succeed. If that's what you're coming here for. I mean, a lot of young college students who show up in Atlanta going to school, which is probably the worst mistake a parent could make to send their child into an urban area like Atlanta or Washington, D.C. or various other urban cities around a lot of other blacks who are, and they're not focused on getting their education. They hit these streets of Atlanta and they go buck wild. So I'm just going to give you some observations I've had as a man who's lived here in Atlanta for the past 30 years. I moved here in January of 1989. This is 2018, so really about 29 years. Is that right? My math right? And I got some math scholars out there, y'all added up. But I'm coming on 30 years living here in January of 2019. How? Oh, and my teeth got on order, y'all, so I don't want to hear y'all. My mother's like, we ain't damn teeth yesterday. I said, Mom, here we go again with this mess. I'm working on it. It's going to be very nice. Anyway, because I've sat here in Atlanta for such a long period of time, I kind of saw a couple of things taking place. Atlanta has changed dramatically over the past 30 years. Gentrification has done Atlanta very well. A lot of black folks get angry about gentrification. It has improved urban areas like Harlem, New York, Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, Atlanta, Georgia, parts of Chicago. If they feel like blacks were pushed out of those areas, they weren't pushed out of these areas. In many instances, at least I can honestly say in Harlem, Washington, D.C., and in New York in the early 90s when I was first getting involved in real estate, I went to Harlem. I went to Washington, D.C., I was living in Atlanta. They were practically giving these places away. There were all types of incentives and programs for people to buy real estate in Harlem and brownstones, Washington, D.C., those row houses, in Atlanta, Georgia's homes in these inner city areas. Black folks did not want them. They didn't want it. Washington, D.C., everybody went out there to Maryland. Prince George County, if I'm correct, it was on fire. People just wanted to go out there and buy. Black people didn't want to live in the inner cities anymore. And that's what started the trend of blacks fleeing to the suburbs in the early 90s through early 2000s. They didn't want to live in the inner city. Now, at the same time, they were rejecting the inner cities like urban areas, Harlem, Washington, D.C., parts of Atlanta, Chicago, urban areas in urban cities. White folks discovered it. Oh, wow, it's cheap. We ain't got to live in Manhattan. We can go right over to Harlem for a third of the price. Yeah, but it's not that far. So white folks began going into Harlem. Venturing into parts of Washington, D.C. They changed Washington, D.C. It's beautiful now. Atlanta. Certain parts of Atlanta, I lived in I always go think, I bought a house in 1998 in 044, brand new construction. I paid $300 and something thousand, $330,000, something like that. And at that time, it was horrible over there. If I had stayed in that house is probably worth every bit about $1.2 to $1.5 million today if I had kept that house and stayed there in that 20-year period. The area is now, it's still, I wouldn't say it's predominantly white. Let's just say it's going through an extreme amount of gentrification. There's still some blacks in there, but there's an income disparity in the 044. Got all these white folks in these $600,000, $700,000, $800,000 homes and townhouses and all these black folks living in Section 8. So it's There's no middle ground. Very few blacks are remaining in there in their homes. They've sold their homes. A lot of these houses have been torn down or remodeled and sold for outrageous prices. So, gentrification. But that didn't have to happen if blacks had embraced those neighborhoods like the Old Fourth Ward, Harlem in New York, and parts of Washington, D.C. They didn't want to live in urban areas anymore. So what is my point of this? Sometimes you have to think outside the box if you want to have success here in Atlanta. Quit following everybody else, following these black folks out to the suburbs. Find your own destination. See, everybody was laughing at me because I wanted to live in the inner city. I remember black real estate saying, why do you want to live down here? I was at this black real estate agent, and she was showing me homes in the Old Fourth Ward. I had to dump her because she was just like, I just don't feel safe down here. Why do you want to live in these? I'm thinking, this is why I want to live in the city. What's the problem? That's why I found that brand new house that was being built and I purchased. And you have to think outside the box as an African American. If everybody's going in one direction, you might want to look the other way. And one of the things I've also noticed about black folks, we get too caught up in trying to identify and befriend and be around people that look like ourselves. There's nothing wrong with I'm a black gay man. I have straight friends, straight associates, businesses. I have white business associates. I have Jewish business associates. I have a lot of Hispanic business associates that I deal with. We're not friends, but I do a lot of business with them. And I purposely sought out different races. I didn't want to just deal with black gay guys. I said, oh no, I will be broke dealing with these motherfuckers. So I sought out straight black guys, straight white men, straight Hispanic guys, straight other races and stuff. And I have a lot of women because I'm in the fitness industry. I deal with a few women, but not a lot. Most of the guys, I deal with men all day long. It can be very aggravating too. But I found my niche because I can identify and deal with them and relate to them. But they don't have to be just black and gay. So I realized a long time ago, if I stay in this corner only dealing with these black gay guys, I'm going to be one broke motherfucker. There's 1,000 other people out here in Atlanta I need to pursue, meet, greet, and get to know so that my income can thrive. And that's how I did. That's what I've always done since I've been here. I can just deal with these gay guys. A lot of these gay guys couldn't focus on the dollar bills, y'all. Then I was criticized by the gay community. Walter, all you think about is money, making money, and renovating houses, and doing this. Every time I have a conversation with you, you don't want to talk about nothing else but this. I was heavily criticized by a lot of black gays because of my interest in trying to get an income. I remember I started this little investment club. Now, y'all know that shit did not last very long. We had maybe 1 or 2 meetings. We gonna buy houses and do all this shit. I realized, since I need to take this call. 1 second. So as I was saying, I had started a little investment club. We got together and they all came out to my house. A group of guys came to my house. We set in my living room. We were planning on buying and renovating houses. I had access to funding. I had access to houses. The problem was clear from the beginning. A lot of these individuals who wanted to be involved in it really weren't all that interested in, because the first meeting I had at my house regarding that, it was kind of like a little functional get-together. So a lot of people showed up. But most people showed up for the get-together, not for the business aspect of it. So it ended up, that first meeting, I had a house with a pool in it. We all sat in the living room talking and stuff. Eventually, we ended up putting food on the grill and hopping in the pool and stuff. So the first meeting didn't last very long because everybody was ready to get the food. When's the food going to be? Well, I was waiting for everybody to get there. And finally, I just said, well, okay, let's get the grill going and we'll talk some more while we out by the pool. And then it just turned into a full-fledged party where somebody drug out the radio and we put food on the grill. The rest in the swimming pool. More people showed up. And so that was that. So I remember Earl coming home and saying, well, I thought y'all was having a business meeting. I said, well, we'll talk about it later. So then I tried it again. And I realized, so I tried to keep the setting more strict this time, where we could sit there and talk about the real estate, and I had a list of houses I was going to take people. It was just very complicated to get a lot of these black gay guys at that time interested in real estate, because here we are in the mid-97, 98. The neighborhoods are still looking very rough. I mean, the areas where I was taking people into, Kirkwood, Eastlake, Oakhurst, people were like, oh, we don't like this. They couldn't see the vision of what was going on over there. Now you drive through these areas and everybody's stuff is so beautiful and so outrageously priced that they can't get in there. Think outside the box if you want to have success here in Atlanta. Don't follow everybody else and don't listen to these other people. If I had listened to all the negativity people said here in Atlanta about the stuff I was trying to do, I wouldn't have got no place. That's why I keep very secretive about the stuff that I do now, because I know I don't want any dream killers to shoot this stuff down. But in order to have success in Atlanta, you have got to be focused. You have got to have focus, and then also you got to find something that you really want to do, that you love doing. I keep telling people, if you don't love doing real estate, then don't do real estate. Find something else that you like to do. If you're not a gardener and you're not into landscaping, then don't do it. You have to find something that your heart loves. I have a friend of mine who does landscaping work. He loves what he does. He does spectacular landscaping. Black gay guy. Beautiful work. He's making a killing because his heart is into it. And the stuff he does is in his words, fabulous. It is. It's beautiful stuff. He has very creative soul, and he has a very artistic way of doing things with plants. Something I would never think of. And I'm like, wow. When I get my next house, I want him to landscape that damn yard. I don't want no grass. Rip all that shit out, landscape that damn shit. Low maintenance. Just water. And watch butterflies and bees fly around. But you gotta have something. You can have success here in Atlanta, or Miami, or Washington, D.C., but you gotta follow your heart, not the group of people. Not everybody else. Off a cliff. These people here in Atlanta come here, and their priorities are all wrong. And you also have to be realistic. If you know you weigh 375 pounds and you're only 5'9", I'm not sure if it makes sense to go into physical fitness and go spend a hell of a lot of money at school to get a personal training certificate when you clearly need to be working on your own body first. And the reason why I say this, I mean, a lot of these guys who are chasing after physical fitness and they get these personal training certificates and they want to be but physically they're not in shape. How are you going to train somebody on physical fitness and your body is whack? I mean, who told you that it made sense to go pursue this and you haven't got yourself together? Now, if you realize that you're going to do physical fitness and you realize what your body looks like and you realize that you want to get yourself in shape so that you can show to your clients, look what I did to myself and I want to do this for you. That makes sense. But I'm talking about guys that I know who they've been overweight forever. I'm thinking, well, you're in physical fitness. When do you plan on losing this weight? When do you plan on losing the weight? When do you plan on dropping this weight? So I don't know. Follow your heart, but be realistic. Follow your heart, but be realistic about the things that you want to do. It makes sense so you can financially survive. If you know that I have a lot of friends who are having success here. But they're all self-employed. They don't work for anybody else. They work for themselves. I have a friend, he's a caterer. He's catered events for me. Great cook. I have a friend who makes cakes and pound cakes. His name is Ryan. Ryan makes the really, really, really good pound cakes. Different flavors, and they're all various pound cakes. That shit is the bomb. Another friend of mine, he does, I have a couple of friends who do real estate agents. I got a lot of successful friends who are doing real estate agents. That could be a very profitable. You work your own hours, except they work for real estate companies. Trying to think different stuff that my friends do. I have a lot of friends in physical fitness who do personal training. I have a friend who does painting. He paints houses, interiors and exteriors. He does tile installation. He does good work. He did some of the work in this house. He's just a handyman position job, but he goes in and does this really good work, and he's in and out. He does it really fast, and he knows what he's doing. These are all people who are doing stuff that they love to do. And I always ask them, how did you do? Man, I've always wanted to do this stuff. Now, and the funny part is, all these people at one point in time worked a corporate job in corporate America, and they realized they needed to get out of there. That they were miserable. I have a friend now who's blowing up in the physical fitness world. He's only 31, 32 years of age. Mayday. You can look him up on Instagram. His name is Mayday. He is blowing up. But he used to work a corporate job. But he realized his heart wasn't there. And now he's in physical fitness and he's just grinding it out. And he's doing wonderful things. He's got a clientele. He's doing all kinds of stuff. He's just doing amazing stuff. And you got to follow your heart. And not these niggas. Excuse my language, y'all, but I'm swearing, but Atlanta's filled with a lot of niggas. If you come to Atlanta, you can't get caught up in this nigga shit. And you have to separate yourself from that foolishness. Because black folks will pull you down. Especially if you don't know no better. And it's okay to separate yourself from these people. Separate yourself from these people and find your own way. Right? And I've had this conversation before about people. But like I said, I've lived here for 30 years. But you also quit pursuing just black folks. I've said this before. You got to look outside your race. You got to deal with white folks, Hispanic people, Jewish people, Muslims. Find out what they like and what they want and what they need, what their needs are. And can you help them with something? You have a lot more success instead of just focusing on black folks. If you're black and gay, I have a lot of black gay followers, just keeping it real here, you need to think outside of just dealing with black gay folks. Befriend other people. Don't always go to gay events. It's okay to venture into some straight nightclubs. Go to straight parties. Go to straight functions. Meet straight people. They're not going to bite you. Unless you want to get bitten. But get out there and meet people. Don't just limit your audience to what you're familiar with. Expand it. Open your horizons. Think outside the box. That way you can have success. But focus. You gotta focus. Come up with a game plan. Sit down and write out. I always tell people always ask me, Walter, how did you get started with doing what you're doing? Sit down, get a piece of paper and a pen, and write. I want you to write out 10 things that you like to do, that you enjoy doing. 10 things that you like doing, that you enjoy doing. Write it out. 10 things. Write out that list. Write it out. 10, 20 things. Whatever you like, enjoy doing. I don't know what it could be. What do you enjoy doing? Then the next question after you write out those 10, 20 things is how can you make money off of these 10 or 20 things that you enjoy doing? Is it a way you can derive some type of income out these things? I loved working out. I've always loved working out. I thought, well, can I make some money off of this? I didn't really understand the personal training industry. I didn't understand the fitness industry. I didn't understand the supplement. I didn't understand any of this stuff. But I know I was sick of renovating and fixing up raggedy ass termite infested houses, standing my ass up at Home Depot all day, riding this roller coaster ride, the economy up and down, and houses expensive and cheap, and then all this. I said, enough of this shit. I don't want to do that no more. I did it for a long period of time. It was very rewarding financially, but just why I got tired of it. I have friends who are medical doctors who don't do that anymore. I have friends who are attorneys who walked away from law practice. They don't want to do that anymore. Sometimes you get burned out. And you have to find something different to do that you enjoy doing. But what? How can I make some money off of it? I have a friend who has a travel club. He makes a killing. He loves to travel. So now he's supposed to get all this travel. So I'm supposed to be putting some travel packages together. Because he wants to do some stuff with me. But he travels. He puts these travel packages. He travels. He does stuff. He loves to do that. gives him an income, allows him to travel and go places, allows him to do things, and make money off of it. So it's a win-win. He's doing what he loves to do. Like I said, me being here in Atlanta for 30 years, I see things differently than a lot of other people who just got here. Because all they see is the glitz and the buildings and the charm. They see, wow, but they don't know what Atlanta used to look like. And they don't understand there's an underbelly to Atlanta that's still here, that will never live in those high rises, that will never live in the glitz and will never step foot in any of these places. There's a side of Atlanta that's grimy, horrible. You don't want to get caught up in that and pulled into that abyss. So you have to separate yourself from those people. When you find people who are not doing anything with their lives but partying and clubbing and dancing and doing drugs, you need to leave them alone. I had to drop a lot of friends who were just into partying, drugging, and I couldn't tolerate that bullshit. They see me going to the gym. Why are you going to the gym? You always at the gym. You always working out. You always going here. Why don't you come hang with us? I had to leave those people alone. Because when you consistently hearing this, you begin to feel like, oh, okay, well, maybe they're right. Maybe I should this Saturday go over there and hang with them. And there were times I would hang with them. I'm like, why am I over here? And I said, fuck this shit. And I got strong enough to say, I'm going to the gym this Saturday afternoon. I don't give a shit about y'all going to do whatever. Go party. Because every weekend people got a party here in Atlanta. Some of us, I prefer going to the gym. I go to the gym Saturday and Sunday. I have some friends. I have friends who told me they would never ever work out on Saturday and Sunday, but they off on Saturday and Sunday. But I love going to the gym on Saturday and Sunday, particularly Sunday. Ain't nobody there. That's my church service. I go put my little headphones on, put my little music on, and go into the gym on a Sunday, leg day. Anybody there, I can get all equipment. But that's what I like to do. I love it. Some people won't be caught dead in the gym on Saturday and Sunday. They're going to be ripping around these streets doing whatever. That's fine. Go do you. But be careful the people you surround yourself with. Because you're constantly surrounded by people constantly trying to pull you down and do the stuff the stuff that they do. Instead of them, your friends are supposed to empower you. Man, go have success. Go do what you're doing. I'll catch up with you later. Matter of fact, I'm going to go with you to go do this. When I was renovating those houses and doing all that hard work, renovating and building those houses, very few of my friends came over to those job sites and assisted me. Very few. Matter of fact, none at all. Unless they came over there with their hand out, wanting to work. And literally, they want to get, as soon as they swipe that paintbrush, they want to get paid right there on the spot. Pick up some trash. I'm like, damn. Can we take care of this? I mean, I got to go to the bank machine and pay. So I really quickly realized that if I wanted to get those houses done, I would love to work with these guys. And here's the funny part. I can go back into doing real estate and renovating houses. I have a guy who sends me a list of houses all the time. He wants to do some stuff. It's my heart ain't into it. Every time I look at them raggedy houses on that list that he sends me, and I look them up, I say, ooh, this shit is raggedy! Look at this shit. And then, I know the houses could be beautiful afterwards. I know I can make some money doing it, but it's the headache of going through all that process. I would say, Earl, do you want to renovate houses again? Earl, just walk right on off. I said, well, and we renovated houses since 2008 ourselves, since 2008. Now, 10 years ago, we still over that shit. Good money in it. Just ain't for me. However, if you want to renovate houses, I will show you what to do. I will direct you. I even come out to the job and say, paint that different color. I don't mind that. But I'm going to get back in my car and say, okay, I'm done. I've spent my hour at your job site. I'm out of here. Good luck. It looks nice. See, I know how to cheer people on. I want you to have success. I'd rather you have success. I mean, just do, but follow your heart. Don't jump in real estate because everybody else is doing it. You know you can't stand that shit. I do have a friend of mine now who's renovating houses, and he ain't having fun. He makes money with it, but he said it's a headache, and he's working a full-time job. He's working a full-time job and he's renovating and buying real estate and homes and renovating and working with hard money lenders, doing all this stuff. Hard work. Very hard work. But that's what he's enjoying it. And he's making good money. Anyway, to conclude this video, I need to get out of here. It was already longer than I thought it was going to be. Today is Thursday, September 13th. The year is 2018. Go out there and do things. You can have success here in Atlanta. You can make a lot of money here in Atlanta. You can do a lot of successful stuff here. You can have a great time here in Atlanta. You can make a ton of money here in Atlanta. It's all up to you. You decide your future here. You decide your success here. And you decide your failures here too. You come here with the wrong focus. Niggas, partying, clubbing, drugs. That ain't going to end too well. It ain't end too well for anybody I knew who was involved in all that nonsense. But again, this video is starting to get a little long. I'm out of here, you all. Today is, I just said, today is the 13th of September. The year is 2018. Go out there and do something that you love to do. Do something prosperous. Have success. Have fun. See, one thing I forgot to say, I love what I'm doing now. I enjoy it. I get up and say, oh, it's fun. I love going to the gym. I love being in that workout environment. I love being around my fitness guys and guys who work out. I love having those conversations about all kinds of stuff like that. But I love it. I've always have. It's fun to me. Do something that you enjoy doing. So you can have some success here. And quit chasing after these niggas. Anyway, I'm out of here, y'all. And enjoy your Thursday.